Hey guys, in today's video, we will continue our story called The Return of Zalama. Today we're going to find out more about Zalama and the Daishinkan's past and the Dragon God's true plan. So grab a bucket of popcorn and your soda and come with me, and of course don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Well, without further ado, let's get started. In a world similar to ZENO-SAMA's world, currently in a place very similar to the ZENO-SAMA Palace, where the two Zenos live, it was possible to see an angel in a type of training room, being the angel Daishinkan, the high priest and the one who is in charge of taking care of Zeno and fulfilling his wishes. The Daishinkan thought, if Zalama thinks I'm going to believe that he's changed during those years, that he's been sealed inside the Super Dragon Balls, he's sorely mistaken. I know he's not a good person, and I know he'll try to do something against ZENO-SAMA. Since now ZENO-SAMA isn't in this world, he can't stop Zalama from doing whatever he wants, thought the angel while continuing to train there. Daishinkan thought, Zalama is not yet at his full strength, so he won't attack for a while. But it won't take him long to have his original strength, and when that happens, I'm sure he'll come up with a plan to defeat ZENO-SAMA. And that's what you should be doing now. And because of that, I'll have to train as much as I can to at least leave Zalama very injured, and that way ZENO-SAMA will be able to defeat him. The angel thought as he hit a bag boxing box only 1,000 times stronger than any material found on Earth or any other universe. As the Daishinkan trains like he's never trained before, one of Zeno's guards ends up coming out of a portal and is a little far away from the Grand Priest. Zeno's bodyguard said, "Great Priest, I know you're worried about Zalama's presence, but you mustn't forget your duties as a priest. So I ask you to go back to take care of ZENO-SAMA because he's already asking where you are." One of Zeno's bodyguards spoke to Daishinkan, who had now stopped training. The Daishinkan said, "I know that, but I know that the damned Zalama was responsible for ZENO-SAMA's near death in the past, and that worries me, because only ZENO-SAMA was able to face him. And you must remember that I'll also face that Madlilto, but as I said, you must remember, right? I was defeated easily," said the angel while looking at Zeno's bodyguard, who had remembered him against Zalama a millennia ago. Zeno's bodyguard said, "Yes, I remember. I remember you were defeated in a very humiliating way by Zalama. But don't forget that Zeno's other bodyguard and I also faced Zalama. And just like you, we both were defeated. And we couldn't fulfill our duty, which was to protect ZENO-SAMA," Zeno's bodyguard said while looking disappointedly at Daishinkan. Daishinkan said, "None of us managed to fulfill our duties, which was to take care of ZENO-SAMA. And because of that, I want to get stronger, so that this time when Zalama shows his claws, I can face him and maybe defeat him. And that way I can finally take the weight of the humiliation I suffered during that battle against Zalama," said the high priest while looking at Zeno's bodyguard, who understood Daishinkan's feelings. Zeno's bodyguard spoke, "No need to worry, Daishinkan. This time I guarantee that Dragon God Zalama won't even come close to ZENO-SAMA, as I already have a plan against him." Zeno's bodyguard spoke. Hearing such words, Daishinkan was very surprised. Daishinkan thought, "He's the other bodyguard. They never call me by my name, just for the title of High Priest. And not only that, he calls Zalama the Dragon God. That means he's serious," Daishinkan thought as he looked at Zeno's bodyguard, who had a very serious expression, something that Daishinkan was very surprised, because both guards always had a neutral expression on their faces. Daishinkan said, "Okay, I'll go back to ZENO-SAMA's side now, and I hope that your plan will work, because if it doesn't, we can all die, and ZENO-SAMA can also die," said the angel to the bodyguard of Zeno, who soon turned around and started walking towards a portal that had appeared at that location. Zeno's bodyguard thought, "I also hope that everything goes well with my plan, but I also have a plan B. After all, I had several years to think about it, since I knew that Zalama was still alive, sealed but still alive," thought Zeno's bodyguard, who soon passed through the portal, leaving Daishinkan alone in the place. Daishinkan said, "Zalama, I hope your plans take a long time, because with the time, I'll train and prepare to kill you. And who knows that Saiyan called Son Goku and his friend Vegeta will come help me face Zalama," spoke the angel while looking at the sky, full of stars of that place. But soon it opens a portal and returns to the world where Zeno lived together with his other self from the future. In Universe 7, Planet Earth. Currently on planet Earth, it was possible to see several of Goku's friends still worried about his well-being. After all, the Saiyan had taken a very big beating from Zalama. But as it was Goku's fault who ended up asking to fight Zalama, no one suspected the God Dragon taking out Vegeta and Piccolo. Zalama, who was still eating while looking and talking to other people, especially Bulma, where he was fascinated by Bulma's ideas. After all, Zalama and Bulma were inventors and always liked new ideas. And one of the projects that Zalama was wanting to know the most was the machine from the time that Bulma had created. Zalama, the more he talked with Goku's friends, the more he was impressed with his achievements. After all, Goku was the low-class Saiyan and Vegeta was a high-class Saiyan. And even so, Goku was stronger than the Prince of Saiyans, and both Saiyans had already faced very powerful enemies, and yet they beat them all, even if they sometimes had to die in the process. They always came back to life. But one thing that no one noticed was the disgust and repulsion as well as anger that Zalama felt when he heard certain things like coming back to life whenever they wanted or traveling through time. These things were something unforgivable for Zalama, and he wondered why Zeno or the angels hadn't done anything to stop it at all. Zalama thought, Zeno is just a child playing God. How is it possible that he's allowed these mortals to do these kind of things? Like go back in time and revive whenever they want to. This can change the entire history of a universe, or even create new timelines. Everything now makes sense that explains the birth of Goku Black, thought Zalama as he felt angry at Zeno for allowing such things that could destroy his own time. Bulma said, What happened, Zalama? You're looking like you're angry. Has something happened? The blue-haired woman asked Zalama, who soon came out of her thoughts and looked at Bulma. Zalama said, Nothing happened. I was just thinking about some things from my past. Things that I'm ashamed of, and I'm angry with myself for doing, said Zalama with a face and angrily pretending it was his past fault. Zalama said, You know, even though I was strong, I was always jealous of Zenio for being stronger than me, and my envy only increased even more after I found out that Zenio had created several universes and gave it to his son to rule everything. And that left me with a lot of rage, just thinking that someone like Zeno would have absolute control of several universes, being that he was just an immature child, said Zalama with a tone of sadness and anger, at the same time making Bulma and some other people in the place get moved with his words. Bulma said, But this is now in the past. Now you should focus on the future and not complain about your wrong decisions, and try to make the right decisions from today, said the woman, trying to comfort Zalama, who broke into a big smile, but it was a smile of pride and disgust while looking at Bulma. Zalama thought, I thought mortals were intelligent, especially this human, but now I realize that she's very easy to manipulate, just like these other humans, and I am really disappointed. Not only that I feel sorry for Beerus and Whis for being such idiots to the point that they don't realize I'm fooling everyone in this place, to make it easier for them to show and teach me their secrets, especially the time machines, and I also really want the seeds of the gods, thought Zalama, as he looked at everyone while the one on his face had several drops of fake tears in his eyes, as Goku and the others tried to comfort Zalama, who thought how easy it was to manipulate all these mortals. While Zalama continued to manipulate everyone in the place, Vegeta and Piccolo, who were estranged from Zalama, started talking about Zalama and his intentions. Vegeta said, The more I hear what he says, the more I think he's not telling the truth. What do you think? Vegeta said as he looked at Zalama, and then asked Piccolo what he thought about Zalama's intentions. Piccolo thought, I'm also thinking it's weird here. For some reason I think he's lying to us, and I'm sure his lies will put us in danger. And I'm sure he still hasn't forgotten what happened between him and this one, such Zenio, the Namekian said while looking at the dragon god Zalama, who was talking excitedly with everyone in the place, as he thought about how he would kill Zeno and steal his throne. We've reached the end of yet another video, so for those of you who like the content of this channel, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to leave your comment, which is something very important for the channel. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright? Goodbye, guys.